Hello everybody, I am TRXD, and today we're going to be starting off a new series. Oh yeah, it's about time that we started off a new series, don't you think? Because of course Game Dev Tycoon died, and well, I haven't been doing much on my channel besides, well, Casual Friday, to be honest. So I decided to start off a new series, and what better way than a game, well, I wouldn't say game, which really comes to me. Like, this is Katawa Shoujo. This is a game which is essentially a shoujo visual novel. Now, if you don't know what that means, think to games like Persona and your common dating sim. You know, those kinds of games. Think of like Don't Die Dateless Dummy, except it actually is, except much better. Because Don't Die Dateless Dummy was no good. I have played it, but I'm not gonna do a series on it. Hell no. So Katawa Shoujo is, well, despite the kanji on the top right there, it's not actually a Japanese game per se. It's not made in Japan. It's made by a bunch of people all around the world, but obviously they have common interests, which is specifically, Japanese stuff and manga and anime. So, Katawa Shoujo. The story goes that you'll take the role of this guy who discovers he has a fatal heart condition. I heard it's arrhythmia. I don't know. And that essentially, upon realizing that he had this condition, like all his life, he is then transferred to a school for the disabled, and while there he tries to find love, essentially. Now, of course, that sounds kind of boring. It's a visual novel about dating, blah blah blah. Just looking at a wall of text to the right there. So I'm so used to just like putting this hand, but that goes the other way. Like it's this hand, like a wall of text over there. That would just be boring. So I decided, you know, why not do a FACECAM? So I decided to do a FACECAM, and well, it's my first time doing a proper FACECAM because, well, I used to do a FACECAM for my live streams, like back when I was learning how to do them, but now, like, since I got this opportunity where I can do a FaceCam and it won't be embarrassing and it won't interrupt. See, it's a 4x3 game, as you can tell by the boundaries and what's up there, the little imagery up there, which is most likely just going to be, I don't know, like my Minecraft character and my name, and like I decided, you know, to fill up some space with a face cam. So hello. Yeah, I don't think many people, like, you know, would expect this kind of guy to have this kind of voice to be playing these kind of games. But then again, I have long hair, so kind of point overruled. For anyone who's kind of curious about my hair, and especially this little flick here, this is what I call my crazy flick, essentially. This only occasionally happens to my hair. This only happens like when, like, you know, I'm either tossing and turning in my bed, or I know I'm just gonna have a crazy day. So I decided, why not record on crazy day? Like, for people who ask, no, I don't intentionally keep this style. It's just one of the unique features about my hair. Like, honestly, sometimes it's straightened and all formal like this. Sometimes it's just crazy like this. So, for anyone who's really OCD or really concerned about my hair, don't worry about it. Seriously. It would just put more paranoia on me and it would make me just like stop my face cams altogether, essentially. So, without further ado, we are going to start. Ooh, interesting. And here we are. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. It looks kind of nice, admittedly. That little scenery, I mean, I know it's an IRL photo, but I mean, like, seriously, it looks really kind of nice. I would really like to hang out there in the summer, or in spring, you know. But now in the late winter, it feels like I'm standing in a pile of kindling. Get it? Because sticks are used as kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent numbing this cold. But but right now, as I'm recording this, it's the middle of freaking summer, and it's sweating hot out here. Fortunately, today is a cool day. It's a cool, crazy day, essentially. So I don't have to worry too much about me just working up a sweat recording this. I've been sweating an awful lot as of late because of the intense heat, like during recordings, especially during my Airnet Casual Friday and my cave story, which I'm not so sure if it's been uploaded as of yet. It definitely has. Let's see, Hisao. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Ah, yes. The note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. Yeah, I've never encountered the letter in the locker before. My older brother has. Like, as a matter of fact, in junior high, while my older brother and I were still going to school, his locker was directly above mine. Now, I was, like, when I first heard about that, I was either thinking, like, massive coincidence? Or are the teachers just dicks to me? Because my older brother and I don't get along. So, like, my older brother, since, you know, like, he's so popular and everything, like, I'm pretty sure he got a letter from the locker every now and again. But I didn't. Like, my locker was just abandoned after several years of acquiring it. I ponder the meaning of the note. No, wait, as I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. Why do I have the feeling that the note is some kind of invite to an asking out? It sounds really cliched, like, honestly, just like, meet me at the wintry park at 4 p.m. Kiss. Like, seriously. If I'd seen that note, I would either be like, ugh, god damn it, freaking trolls, or I would be like, god, someone's gonna ask me out, but, like, I don't know, really. It really depends, like, depending on my age, the circumstances, blah, blah, blah. If it was happening while I was still at the age of, like, 13, 14, just be like, oh, please, just leave me alone. But right now, I don't know, like, if I were to get a letter in the locker right now, but I don't have a locker, if I were to get a letter in the locker right now, like, at this age, like, I don't know what I would feel like, to be honest. It's been so long, like, you know, just, like, any, like, you know, proper, like, you know, like, interaction, you know, like, blah, blah, blah. It's the middle of summer, okay, just don't complain. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Ooh, metaphors! This slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. Ooh. Again, with the metaphors! Well, I wouldn't say metaphors, but still. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me and caught me off guard, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Surprise protects. No. Let's see, and Hisao, you came? A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. I'm pretty sure you do, because it does sound like a female's voice. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. So, oh, look at me being all a charmer, just like, and oh my god, there's kind of a cute looking girl, if I could only see her face. Ah, damn it. You wanna go? I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it! I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result? Dude, that was pretty decent. If it were me in that position, I would just be like, wanna go? Just like that. Like, seriously, that's what I would be like. Because I'm such a shy son of a bitch. Pathetic. It's not pathetic. Stop letting yourself down, Hisao. Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. Oh, really? A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle, even if I tried. What the? My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out my chest and claim the girl for itself. So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches, and the cacophonous voice is music to my ears. I don't know, I don't like the sound of wind, to be honest. And also, why has the music stopped? Iwanako flinches, ever so softly against the gusts of the wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long, dark hair around her fingers. Admittedly, her hair is a very similar length to mine, because it's almost down to her shoulders. Her hair is a bit longer than mine. Like, it's down. Her hair is down to here, whereas mine, like, I always keep it just like touching the shoulders, never longer, but never shorter. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I could force a word out if I tried. You see, I wanted to know if you'd go out with me. I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond breaking point. Oh my god. Here comes the music. Hisao? I reach up to massage my throat. This only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Just like... Hisao! My whole body freezes, save for my eyes which shoot open in terror. Oh god. I can't scream. Hisao! That's my best attempt at a female scream, by the way. The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter skies, Iwanako running towards me, all of these fade to black, like I was playing Okami. The last things I remember, before slipping away, are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help, and the incessant clatter of the branches above. Oh my word. So, here we are. At least I'm still alive. 4-Leaf Studio presents Katawa Shoujo. So here we go, people. The beginning of a journey slash story slash whatever you want to call it. Like, my word. You can just see the IV just like running through that. Oh my word. I've never been to a hospital for anything really serious. I had my tonsils taken out, and I was kept there for several days, maybe even a week. But like, aside from that, I've never like been admitted to a hospital for a long time. Let's see, FMV animation. Let's see. Oh yeah, there is some FMV in here. Well, what do you know? My word. So, how are you liking it so far? We've only just begun, but tell me in the comments, what do you think? What do you think so far? Excited? If so, leave a like and a favorite. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. Oh my word. In that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room in unsupervised. On one hand. So, a maximum of 5 times a minimum of 1. Damn! 4 months! A visit per month? I don't know. 4 months. It's a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So, I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. Like, I knew it was going to be arrhythmia, some kind of heart condition like that. My word. Poor guy. Strange word. A foreign, alien one. Same here, bro. I'm not a biologist, I'm a physicist. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. Yeah, just like, get out of the room, arrhythmia. Like, nobody wants you here. Like, dude, like, I just wanna hang around with tetanus and with HIV. Just like, no, please, arrhythmia, just go. Like, we'll just hang out here. There's a joke, by the way. I'm not trying to stir up any controversy. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically, beat occasionally, and occasionally beats way too fast. It can be fatal. My word. Poor guy. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle I was able to go on for so long without anything happening. Wait, how are the doctors supposed to know this? To be honest, how are they supposed to know? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they have some DNA checks, but I don't know. Like, I don't want to question these surgical practices. As I said, I'm not a biologist, I'm a physicist. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. God damn it, Hisao, you're so negative. Please, lighten up, man. Lighten up. Then again, you did have a heart attack under very, very depressing terms, so I can kind of understand, you know. Oh, excuse me for a moment. Ugh, god damn it. My right eye is sore as hell. There's the corner of my right eye. I don't think anybody can probably see it. I don't know if you can notice that properly, but there's a patch underneath my right eye, which is sore as hell. I don't know what the hell happened. But when I woke up, like, it was really, really bad, and it still is. So apologies if I have to rub my eye occasionally, or I have to take a break because the eye is getting to me. This sometimes happens, you know. I just march on forward with recording. Like, I don't put many pissy fits on. Sometimes, you know, if I have a really bad cold, yes, I'll cancel things, like I did, like, with my Casual Friday full-on Cave Story, blah, blah, blah. As a matter of fact, my Casual Friday with Cave Story was the day I actually caught the cold. The day it actually started to become active. Like, a couple of hours after recording Cave Story. It really came into effect, and I was just like, god damn it. But at the same time, I was grateful that I managed to record Cave Story in time, because otherwise it would just be sniffle and cough fest. But anyways, on with the story. It didn't do anything to cheer me up. Come on, cheer up, Hisao! My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. Wow. Bold statement there, my friend. Bold statement. I already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. I don't think there is a cure for arrhythmia. Of course, there isn't a cure. I knew it. Yeah, no cure for arrhythmia, bro. Sorry, it's just one of these things which just can't go away. Like, I know this kind of thing. Like, trust me when I say this. Like, I would bargain for a cure for any condition. But sometimes it just doesn't come. By the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, I felt as if I was missed. Aww. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. Oh, that's kind of sweet. But then the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly afterwards. Those sons of bitches! They just forgot Hisao! Just, like, wow. You, seriously, like, Fred, like, honestly, like, had a heart attack, and has discovered he has arrhythmia, and all you can do is, like, yes, I could understand, like, first week, you know, get well soon, hope you're doing alright, get well soon. But then just, like, you know, just dwindling to nothing, it's actually like they don't care. Or as if it were, I don't know, some kind of project. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because they were sending sending me their sympathy had turned into a class project. Called it! Called it! Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Hisao, you're even more of a pessimist than I am. Like, seriously, don't let your pessimism spread to me. Like, seriously, no, just no. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. She stopped visiting? The music briefly stopped and I was just like, oh my god, it's one of these dramatic moments again! Man. Just like, at least she was the last, but she just stopped visiting? Yeah, I can understand she'd feel really guilty for kind of inadvertently being the reason that Hisao is in this place. But I mean, like, I don't know. She really liked Hisao, didn't she? Like, she even went out into the cold, passed a love letter to Hisao. Like, seriously, like, obviously something was going on, unless it was one of those, you know, kind of like one-time crush things. Maybe that was, I don't know. I don't know. I've never had girls have a crush on me. Like, I've had like a girlfriend or two, but that's it. For 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. Damn. That is something. It's just like, wow. It's kind of like me and my girlfriend in the last few weeks that we were together. Just like, so, how you doing? Because honestly, like, my shyness was kind of, well, coming to get an effect, and like, seriously, I had nothing to talk about, like, without repeating, or just like, you know, nothing to go on. And goddamn my dogs. Why? This is essentially metaphysical hell when your dogs interrupt your recording session every single goddamn time. Hopefully you can't hear them that badly, but they were skittering past my window. Honestly, maybe if my parents just handle it. Just soldier on, T-Man, soldier on. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. Oh man, you running away from your problems, bro? Like, Dude. Wow. Like, I can understand, like, seriously, like, I can understand it would be something harsh to bring up, like, you know, like, saying, like, so, about that, about that day, you know, when you were gonna ask me out? Yeah, about that. Like, damn. Damn. The hospital? Not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they're in a hurry and have a million other patients waiting for them. But it makes me feel uncomfortable. The first month or so, I had to head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but he told me to wait to see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of omen. Wow. Like, I've never had a scar, like, in my life. I mean, like, I've had plenty of scabs, but not a proper scar. Like seriously, like, wow. Like, I don't know what I would be like, you know, just like, you know, like a scar on my chest, like where they made the incision. I still ask your head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I get a reply. He's always a really, really big pessimist, isn't he? And all because he had a heart attack when when probably the girl of his dreams asked him out. Wow. The way he shuffles around this answer shows that there's at least some hope. See, always look on the bright side, bro. Always look on the bright side. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why. I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for myself. I started reading instead, but there was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found I liked reading, and I think I even became a little bit addicted. Dude, once you try something, it's very hard to stop. I kinda know so. Unfortunately, I can't do the creepy, like, face up to the mic kind of thing, because of how everything's positioned. I started feeling a little naked without a book in my hands. Like, wow. Just like, you gotta have a book in your hand. Just like, imagine this is a book in my hand, just like, as soon as it's gone, just like, wait a second. Shit, where's my book? Where's my book? Where's my book? Just like, scrabble around, just like, where's my book? Just like, my god. Like, oh my god, I don't know how I would respond, like, if that was to happen. But I love the stories. Oh, really? That's what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading, and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass that was trapped inside, instead of moving within. Again with the metaphors. Even I wouldn't have this many metaphors if I was self-narrating my life. But oh well. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. That happens to me a lot. That does happen to me a lot. But since I'm a bit more on a bit of a schedule when it comes down to these things, you know, I always got to remind myself, when's Wednesday, when's Friday, when's Thursday, when's Friday, because Wednesday, like, for the people who don't know my schedule, because not many people know my schedule, like, Friday is, of course, my casual Friday when it comes out. Thursday is, like, you know, my primary editing day, including my casual Friday. Casual Friday is always my #1 priority on editing day. Wednesday, and also a couple of other days, are my recording days. And Wednesday is usually my casual Friday recording day. So, like, tough for you, bro. Hisao, I think. Because, I mean, seriously, like, it's gotta suck, like, not knowing the days of the week. And other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while. Look at the ceiling, as if I was going to cry. Wow. Man. I sometimes have, those kind of moments. Typically when I wake up from bed, I don't know. Some kind of moments. I don't want to dwell on it. But that happens only rarely. I couldn't even cry. I feel sorry for you, dude. I feel sorry. Today, the doctor comes in. He gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. And, oh shit, we're passing the 30-minute mark. We'll get through this cutscene. We'll get through this scene, hopefully, and we'll end it off there. That sounds like a good idea. And the music is becoming really, really loud. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There's this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time, sorting his papers, then sorting them aside, as if to make points of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine, looks me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Hisao. How are you doing today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little. Back at him. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medication sorted out. I gave your father the prescription. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my father, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So many. I take it from his hand, take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? And now we're entering the Matrix. Diarrhea, milligrams per day. Let's see. Bronchospasm? Seriously, bronchospasm from arrhythmia? I think I know what bronchospasm is, because it sounds like, kind of like a seizing up with lungs. Nausea, nightmares. Did you see that? I saw nightmares in there. Nightmares from arrhythmia. Wow. I can imagine he would get nightmares, like from just reading this text, because we're in the Matrix now. The list of absurdly long medications staring back at me. The paper seems almost insurmountable. They blend together in a sea of letters. Yeah, I'm not a chemist / biologist / surgeon. I'm a physicist. That's just my line for today. I'm a physicist. Because, believe it or not, what I'm studying right now at college is primarily physics. That's my main course. I'm also doing maths and electronics. Like, that's what I did for my first year. My next year, I'm hopefully continuing on physics, continuing on electronics, doing further maths, kind of advanced maths, kind of like really, really complicated stuff. See, 200 milligrams every 12 hours, wow. This is insane! This is madness! Side effects, adverse effects, contradictions, and dosages listed line after line with cold precision. I tried to read them, but it's so futile. I know how you feel, bro. As a matter of fact, my mother's a pharmacist, so she deals with this kind of prescription and chemical kind of stuff. Like, she's a chemist, I'm a physicist. And obviously you're gonna ask about my father? He's not in the sciences. I can't understand any of this. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. Seriously, it makes your heart worse? all this for the rest of my life? Every day? And with that epic line, we're gonna end the episode there, unfortunately. It's 35 minutes in. Like, seriously. Like, I'm trying to divide it up into 30 minutes. Like, dude. Like, that was long. Like, I couldn't skip it, so I'm gonna leave it there. So, join us again next time when we'll be having a better conversation with the Doctor, and, of course, maybe seeing some interesting stuff. So, until then, thanks for watching. I have been TRXD, and well, bye.